Low temperatures pose more problems for Quincy's housing shortage. That's the time many people who are homeless try to find warmer shelters.
It's also when inadequate housing issues like problems with heating systems arise. And WGEM's Raja Maples is here to explain what's in place to address those issues as winter nears. Raja.
Quincy's Safe and Livable Housing Committee is holding tenant workshops this month. They're free for anyone who rents a house or even an apartment in Quincy. The hope is to empower tenants with help to keep their living spaces safe and livable. The Quincy area is not alone in its struggles. The entire country faces a housing shortage. Those shortages have a ripple effect on residents and their families.
There are not enough available housing units for any income bracket. So what starts to happen is like people keep, getting pushed down. So someone that could maybe afford like $1,500 a month in rent can't find that place. So they're renting something that's like $1,000 a month. And then it just keeps getting pushed down, and you have more people that are being pushed out of housing.
The next tenant workshop is tomorrow night at Bella Ease on Broadway in Quincy. The topic will center around money management. Mackenzie.
All right, thank you, Raja. And those tenant workshops are scheduled on Thursday nights beginning at 6 p.m. for the next few weeks. And you can find more information about that at WGEM.com.